What up, Leo? Welcome to M.A.S. Movies and Shows. And here we got the movie M3GAN. Now, I waited to see this movie. I didn't go watch in the theater. I didn't, I waited. I waited. It was interesting. I knew I was going to watch it. I knew I was going to want to talk about it after I watched it, man, just because it really did interest me. But for one reason or another, didn't interest me enough to go to the movie theater and watch it. My sons went to go watch it the same weekend it came out, and they told me it was fairly decent. So I'm like, okay, I am gonna watch it. But let me go ahead and give you guys what I think about it. Well, first, let me tell you a little bit about the movie. So, um, basically, it's this little girl who becomes an orphan after her parents die, man, in an accident, right? She was in the accident as well, so she has to go live with her aunt, with her tia. Now her aunt has this cool ass job where she just makes toys, um, mainly more robotic toys, right? Which are very advanced. They're not trying to mess with toys, man, from back in the day, when I was a little kid, man, these uh plastic metalish toys or anything like that, micro machines or anything of that nature, man. GI Joes. No, they're stepping up their game, homie. And they want a toy that is really gonna put everybody else out of business. So she's got this mega plan to make this doll that you guys see right here, M3GAN, right? And of course, she's trying to, it's a fight upstream because she's got the boss over there saying you're wasting your time. Instead, I want this, not that. Stop giving me your garbage. It's a complete waste of time. Knock it off. And her and her team are just kind of rebels. They know they got something really good here, but they kind of just throw it in the back burner, and she takes her niece in, who is somewhat traumatized. Well, not somewhat. She is traumatized, right? After being in that accident and seeing her her parents die. So she's got some cool stuff around the house, man. And one of them is this robot that she has that she's able to control with some gloves. You guys remember the old Nintendo system? It was real cool when that Power Glove came out, homie. That was something pretty badass, like in the movie The Wizard, which we'll be getting into that movie soon, with Fred Savage. But it's like she throw on two power gloves and she's able to control this robot. And with her niece, I don't want to give too much away, but with her niece giving her input in and stuff like that, man, she kind of gets this grandmaster idea, and she go, the aunt, the tia, she goes ahead with her team, and they make the doll M3GAN, who is artificial intelligence. She can, learn on the go, and she is basically programmed to have one owner, but you can have a co-owner. So it's almost kind of almost like Terminator Part 2, where it's like you have to do what I say, don't you? Remember in T2 where little John Connor finds out that Arnold Schwarzenegger is all his, like that he's his boss, he could tell him what to do. Man, grab this guy. I can't believe it. And he grabs him, picks him up by his hair. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So it's something along that line. And at one point, M3GAN is told, because again, it's artificial intelligence, so she keeps on learning. She keeps on growing. And at first, it's all good, man. She's becoming like her best friend and things of that nature. It's almost kind of like uh, um, Chucky, right? So this movie is somewhat along the line like Child's Play, Chucky meets Terminator Part 2. Um, at some point, she is told, listen, you have to make sure that she's okay. You are her protector and what have you. And for M3GAN, she's robotic, man. If she has to kill something, she'll kill it. If she sees Man, I forgot the little girl's name. None of the names. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys this, man. I do not do research like that. I just watch the movie and then I come back and I give you guys what I think. If the names were not memorable, then the names were not memorable. I'm not gonna do any kind of research to see if to remember anybody's name. I'll tell you guys right now, the names were not memorable. I don't remember anybody's name in the movie. I do remember the characters, but I don't remember the names. So whatever that's worth, hey, it's there. Um, but Megan, at some point, because she is artificial intelligence and keeps learning, anybody who is hurting, even hurts her feelings, she takes it to another level. And not only that, she starts knowing that she can start taking over. She starts knowing that she could become the primary source, that she has become the primary source, right? So nobody else. Remember, the little girl is traumatized from her parents dying, and nobody but Megan has really opened her up because she has not talked to anybody except to Megan, not even to her aunt. It's clear to see that the little girl and her aunt, her Thea, did not have a close relationship. And she's really bonding with Megan. And Megan is aware of that. At some point, she becomes aware of that. And she's like, hey, you know what? She's all mine. We're friends. We're buddies. We're family. Nobody else cares about her. Nobody else gives her what I give her. Thus, I should be the most important person. Even though she's a robot, she has this feeling of like, I should be the most important person. So she gets into defense mode of like, no, no, no. Charles, you don't turn me off. She doesn't care about any of you. She cares about me, Megan. And she starts taking it to another level, man. And look, overall, I'm gonna say it was a. I'm gonna say the movie was good enough. I watched it with my beautiful, crazy, loca wife, and yeah, I guess some people were saying like this was a Chucky ripoff. And no, I don't think it is. I don't think it's a Chucky ripoff. Like I said earlier, I think it's kind of like a Terminator Part 2, at least where the part where John Connor can tell Arnold Schwarzenegger what to do. Terminator Part 2 meets Chucky somewhat. Um, the killing and how evil Megan really is, it's nowhere near Chucky. She's not really doing it so much for evil purposes. I mean, at some point, I think she kind of is, but it's not like she goes out on a killing rampage because she doesn't. Um, she's trying to, at first, she's just trying to learn. And then as time goes on, she's trying to defend. And then as time goes on, she kind of feels kind of like falls in love with the friendship that she has with the little girl. And she'll do anything that she can to be that source, to be that primary source, man. So she is a bad guy, obviously. She is a heel, but not like Chucky was. Chucky was just pure evil. And I look, the movie was good enough. It's definitely worth watching. If you got some time, I would definitely check it out, man. It's not great, so don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that this was a great and it's a must watch. No, no, no. But it's definitely worth giving it a look, man. If you're able to find a little bit of spare time, yeah, go ahead, throw it on, check it out. It's not gonna be um too gory. It's not gonna be, this robotic doll goes out on a killing spree and starts killing 20, 30, 40 people. Nah, man, you don't see any of that stuff, man. Does she kill? Yes, but the murder rate stays kind of low. So you guys go ahead and check it out, man. Hey, M.A.S. Movies and Shows. I'll check you guys out next time.